Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. In today's video I wanted to share with you my little corn patch. I do have a couple issues with it. One of them is my fault, but I want to share what they are and what it looks like so you know if you're coming across the same issue. On this stalk here, you can see at any point where there's a leaf coming off the stalk, there's a chance to have a cob form. If it doesn't, that means it's poor germination. And you can see here on the top that little grass seed looking thing, that's the male flower, and that usually falls down and pollinates the female flowers. If you catch this early enough, you can always get the stalk and shake it, and those seeds will fall down and pollinate the plant itself. Another way you can tell you have poor pollination is if you only have a couple or a half a cob of corn and the rest isn't developed. That's another sign that it wasn't pollinated correctly. Normally you can tell corn is ready by the stalk turning yellow, or just before it turns yellow you can pick it as well. On this one you can see it is completely yellow. I was waiting to see if the cobs would get bigger, and this is all I have. It's only about 3 inches long and the kernels are very small. Now this is supposed to be popcorn, and I suppose I could dry that and try and pop it. It does have to be dried first. Normally you would leave this on the stalk and let it dry, take the stalk down, pull the cobs off, but I've been keeping an eye on it to see if it's getting bigger, and it really hasn't. I think there for a while I did lay off on the watering because it's monsoon season here, has been for a couple weeks. I figured it was getting enough water like the rest of my plants were, but apparently the raised bed didn't get enough water, and the vegetables that I have in it have definitely shown that they were neglected a little. The fruit that they are putting out, or the vegetables in this case, are super small and really not even worth it. I guess it's a bit of a learning curve with growing in raised beds. I've never grown corn in a raised bed before, and I know one thing that I need to do next year in order to make it more successful is add irrigation, and I want to do that to my entire yard because I'm not very on it when it comes to watering. I water maybe twice a week now. It should be about 3 times a week, but yeah, it's just, you know, one of those things that kind of gets away from you. That's not the real fun part of gardening, and if I could get an assistant, even if it's an electronic one, to take care of the watering for me, that would be awesome. I was trying to catch that bee, but he's just flying away from me. Well, anyway, here were a couple ideas as to why your corn either didn't develop or only halfway developed, or if you have corn like mine that is super tiny, there's a few options of what you can try and do better next year. Like I said, try and pollinate it yourself just by shaking the stalk, or try and get more pollinators to your garden. That's why I like to intermix flowers with vegetables, because it does help pollination. Obviously not too much in this case, but hey, the sunflowers just started, the corn's already finished. I think it was more of a timing issue than anything. Thank you for watching and have a great day.